Hello again, friends. Matt with Eddie's Guitars coming to you as always from St. Louis, Missouri. And I am very excited about the guitar I have to share with you folks today. This has been some time coming. This comes from my good friend Jason Kostal all the way out in Phoenix, Arizona. And this happens to be the first instrument we've had through our shop from Jason. And this is one of his beautiful OMC models. Of course, an orchestra model. That C at the end, of course, designates the beautiful Samaji style cutaway here as well. Of course, Jason Kostal being, in my mind, sort of the premier Irvin Samaji apprentice that came out of Irvin's shop there in California. Jason's been building his own guitars now for quite some time and very quickly gained quite a name for himself in the world of professional musicians. Quite a few incredible players out there, several of which I'm lucky enough to call my friends, play his instruments, and for good reason. So, as I said, this is an orchestra model. It's a 14 fret guitar with that beautiful cutaway. We have a 15 and 5/8 inch lower bout width here, so a nice comfortable size. The scale length on this guitar is a 25-inch scale length, which for a lot of more kind of traditional style builders, that would be considered a short scale. This is considered a standard scale length for the OM guitar from Jason. And I actually got to tell you, I really like that 25-inch scale length in the context of what he does here. I've had this guitar down into some awfully low tunings, and these strings just don't really want to get floppy on you. For whatever reason, just his setup with that scale length involved, it works really well going into some pretty dramatic tunings. Of course, it's very comfortable in standard tuning as well. So you can see the top that we started with here is an absolutely gorgeous German spruce top. And this is probably no surprise to see this German spruce on a Kostal guitar. Jason, some time ago, got a very, very promising lead on a lot of German spruce. And this is really ridiculously high quality German spruce that's actually from Germany. There's a lot of German spruce out there that, while it is European spruce, doesn't necessarily come from Germany, but it's kind of a popular tag word for it. So he can give you the coordinates from where this tree came from that this top came out of. So pretty cool that he has the real specific origins of this wood. You can tell the quality of it is magnificent. Very tight grain, a lot of that beautiful medullary ray, just beautiful blonde color as well. The binding theme on this guitar is just a jet black ebony, which you can see on the body, the neck, and the headstock there. Back and sides of this guitar are a gorgeous set of very dramatic Macassar ebony. Of course, this is a dense and heavy tone wood, which results in a very rich, dramatic sound, has a lot of sustain, beautiful presence of overtones, and just a lot of depth to the sound. But truly a beautiful set of wood here. You can see that nice black ebony back strip going all the way down the center as well. Perfectly mitered into all the rest of the binding on the body of the guitar. All the way up on the headstock, you can see Jason's signature headstock design here, which is kind of a two-tier design. The upper level being jet black ebony, with that lower level being matching Macassar ebony. Kind of ties in again with the whole theme of the guitar, really coordinating everything beautifully. Those are chrome Godot 510 tuning machines with the black buttons on there, again tying in nice with the dark theme of the guitar. We've got an 1 3/4 nut width with a real comfortable 2 1/4 bridge spacing. And one thing I just wanted to mention, if you haven't had the opportunity to play one of these guitars yet, it has a 20-inch fingerboard radius. That's a rather flat fingerboard radius compared to a lot of other flat top acoustics out there. That 20-inch flat radius is really a joy to play. This is what I would describe as kind of a D-shaped neck. So it's not a razor thin neck by any means. It's got a little bit of mass to it, but that flat fingerboard, there's something about just the way it relieves the stress off the joints in your fingers. Very comfortable to play, I've got to say. So a nice, again, design element there. You can see this beautiful hand-carved bridge here that Jason does by hand. Really nice design, and I think aesthetically ties into a lot of the headstock elements and just sort of the shape of the guitar as well, with the cutaway and everything. One of the stars of the show, without question, is this beautiful stained glass rosette. Beautiful, beautiful work here. Very intricate detail with that just incredible bluish, greenish coloring to it. Those stained glass rosettes are something from an artistic standpoint Jason's become pretty well known for and often requested in custom commission guitars that he builds. Jason's guitars feature a latticed braced top bracing pattern, which is a deviation. We see a ton of X-brace guitars through our shop here. This is one of the first lattice brace guitars that we'll be offering regularly, and I got to tell you, the balance and the power that this bracing system has in Jason's guitars is absolutely amazing. You have this real movement and dynamic to the bottom end, but a richness and a sweetness to the top end. The voice of this particular guitar, I would almost put on like an edge between a steel string acoustic and a nylon string classical guitar. It's very sweet. It's very thick sounding, but not at the expense of clarity. It's not a muddy sounding guitar. It's just a really warm and rich and thick sounding guitar, but still very clear. All the way up the neck, it stays strong. The sustain is very much so there, so you can tell the resonant quality of this instrument is like off the charts. So we will gladly take a listen to this instrument now. We've got, heard earlier, just a little bit in an open tuning. I'm going to play a couple of pieces now in standard tuning just for context there. So we'll take a listen now.